Mark Kelly, Managing Director of Ashton Gate Limited, Director of BRISTOL Sport Limited, and I've been in the business for 5 years. BRISTOL Sport was set up by Steve Lansdowne with the vision to inspire the community through sport and success. But actually I think we're more than that. We're the conduit behind the teams. So BRISTOL Sport are tasked to drive all the commercial operations, stadium operations, so the teams can concentrate on performance. And that's a fairly unique model in its own right. But we're also a big impact in the community with the BRISTOL Sport Foundation, and really inspiring the community through the success of the stadium, the teams, the charities. It's a very unique setup. Yeah, so I've been here for 5 years. I came on just as they were knocking down the old Wedlock stand, which is now the Stout stand behind us. It was a great project, pitched 7 years ago, probably, to the marketplace. It still is. It's in some ways it's timeless. We were unique in our aspiration at the time to create a venue which wasn't just a football or a rugby stadium, but was a 365-day stadium, and we've been very successful in that. And we can flip from sporting events, large concerts. Last year we did four large concerts on a bounce, 100,000 visitors into the city. And also we're a conference and event centre when there's no sport. And the technology side of that has been incredibly important. Innovation is up there in our aspiration for all of our users, whether it's watching a game, attending for a concert, or here for a meeting. We've been through the mill a little bit in the technology, and I suppose we built the stadium, and I'd say at that time the technology probably hadn't caught up with the modern stadium. And Wi-Fi and the use of Wi-Fi, in large venues, let's remember, wasn't great up until probably 18 months, 2 years ago, and it wasn't really the norm. And that's something that we wanted to do. Our aspiration was to be a connected stadium within a connected city. Make sure we can manage people's experiences whilst they're here, but also measure their experiences, whether they're buying a pint, coming in through the turnstile, whatever they're doing. We can manage that. Experience of the team. We are operators, we're commercial operators, we're not necessarily tech. And to bring PTI on and to have a much level of gravity and experience of IT, to be able to challenge our suppliers more, and to really bring a skill set that didn't exist at the time within our own group, because technology moves so fast, and I keep on using the word aspiration. We aspire to be a stadium completely connected, a stadium like you see in perhaps in the US, with everything connected. So we didn't have that skill set, and bringing PTI on helped us to concentrate on what we're good at, and to allow PTI to concentrate what they're good at and get us to a certain standard. We have the ability to go cashless now. I think in a post-COVID world, that's something that will happen naturally. So the cashless was a big one. Again, that was probably unheard of 2 years ago, if even 18 months ago, and we trialled that start of the season, and it's gone seamlessly well. Ticketing systems, it's important that we remain modern and innovative in what we're doing in terms of ticketing. What we are trying to do is push everything to be app-based and to allow our fan to be accessible into how to buy tickets. And PTI have been excellent in their counsel and advice on finding the right suppliers for us. PTI are helping shape the strategy, and they're quite unique in their own right as well. And I'll give an example. So should we be looking at a new app? Should we be looking at a new LED system? We can go to PTI and they can bring that level of skill and skill set to us, and act as a procurement partner and an advisor. And they can scale up and down depending on what our requirements are. And that's a very unique model for us to be able to work with. It follows the way that we operate BRISTOL Sport, but we know that we're getting the expertise, the skill set, and the output from a credible partner. Yeah, the concerts were great. So over the space of 4 weeks from late May until early June, we did the first concert we've done here for 9 years at Ashton Gate. And they were big concerts, you know, they were all national credible acts, averaged 32,000 each gig. So yeah, so PTI supported us over 9 to 10 months within that project because the technology side of the concert was huge. External ticketing rings, again Wi-Fi, the engagement with the promoters and to be able to give the confidence to the promoters that we have the skill and expertise of a credible partner in IT was absolutely essential. And you know, hand on the heart, the IT experience or tech experience through the concerts and through what PTI brought to us alongside our promoters was incredible. You know, we were dealing with 30-odd thousand ticket checks on the externals of the stadium. You know, that's not something we've done before, and it was a plug and play system that was delivered to us, and really happy and a great success. We've got the skill set in different ways. You know, if you look at what Ashton Gate are here to do, we are here to be the best venue within the Southwest, one of the best in the country, and we hire. You know, we've got an incredible team behind us to be able to deliver that. And yeah, we have some real strong people that deliver the concerts, both on and off the ground. And reflecting on that, you know, it's a year ago, but we're still reflecting on that as a huge success, not just for Ashton Gate, but for Bristol as a community. To bring 100,000 people into Bristol, you know, it goes back to what I said at the start about Steve Lansdowne's vision of inspiring the community. And that, you know, it's not necessarily just through sport, it's through concerts and events. And that was an incredible time last summer, yeah. Yeah, look, we're looking to partner with credible partners, and Bristol City as a city have an aspiration to be a smart city and a connected city. And us being a big hub within the city, it's important that we're aligned, and any trials that happen within Bristol City and their aspiration for the smart connection, we're working alongside them. We've had some good examples to date. And look, we're a big hub, we take in thousands of people, you know, over 1 million people a year into Bristol to our stadium. So we should absolutely be working alongside them and to be used as a test centre. Yeah, so the sporting quarter plans, we're looking to submit full planning hopefully before the end of this year. So, you know, essentially it's the old brownfield site aligned to the stadium. So we are looking at a basketball arena, stroke multi-use arena that will be able to do a number of events throughout the year. It's connected to a hotel. If you can imagine the amount of conference and events that we do here throughout the year, we're a mile and a half from Bristol City Centre, but to have a hotel on site really changes us as a venue, closes the circle on Ashton Gate as a 365-day venue alongside the arena. Multi-use offices, a bit of residential, but what we are trying to do again is to develop the community in South Bristol. And going back to Steve Lansdowne's original vision, you know, we're a big employer currently within South Bristol, and to be able to increase the scale of the stadium, increase the output into the community and input is a great task, and really looking forward to the project over the next few years, yeah. I think the role of digital is in any campus, whether it be small hotel, a supermarket, or a large multi-use venue like ourselves, is just going to get so important. You know, our lives are, you know, rightly or wrongly, our lives are going into to be app-based, and we all depend on what little box in front of us. And we want to make sure that we can do all of that for the right reasons, and we are incredibly connected to make the ease of everybody's journey whilst they're here throughout the stadium to be seamless. Also, so we can help from a commercial point of view, we can drive innovations through technology. It's incredibly important. It's up there with the infrastructure, and having PTI as a partner alongside us and that level of experience, the international experience which PTI can give us is a great asset. Yeah, look, it's a very fluid environment, and it'd be very difficult for me to say long term, medium term, what impact COVID will have on the global sporting world. I think from my view, we can only look at it in short term for now. However, there's a couple of things we do know. The population has a huge aspiration to engage, and that's engage with people, engage with sport, engage with commercial. You know, there's a huge appetite for people to get out there and to watch sport, watch a concert, come to a meeting, come to an event. And I don't think that will change. I think how we operate it will change, and obviously, especially in the short term, there'll be some restrictions on how we can do that. But how digital can support in the short term of the return of sport, if it does go behind closed doors, will be crucial. It's essentially a digital role. It's online streaming, it's gaining sponsorship through online streaming, and what tech we need to be able to facilitate that will be and are talking very closely to PTI to help us deliver that for sure.